Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Wednesday, 5:05 p.m. in Central Standard Time. My name is Susan Ivitz. I'm a human behavior hacker, and I have, let's go again. God, don't laugh. I should know my things better. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Wednesday, 5:05 p.m. at Central Standard Time. My name is Susan Ivitz. I'm a human behavior hacker. Some people hack computers. I hack humans, and I have fun doing it. And the reason I'm laughing is because this is the second time we need to do the intro. Guess what? Get it wrong. Me, Elba.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elba and I am a human behavior hacker too.
And you are the CEO of the Latin America. And this weekend we have the official relaunch, because for the ones who doesn't know, we were launching the Latin American office on March 2020. What is our luck? So everything was locked down, and finally things are open in Latin America. So we have an amazing open from the office in Latin America this weekend. And Elba was amazing. I was watching you on the video because I couldn't travel because we have a lot going on here in the United States. My accent is going to be complicated today. And like, oh my God, you kill it.
Yes, it was a really good event. I think we know new people, and I think this is going to be part of maybe every month, because it's a good way to know new people and to show what we do. And we can do it in English and we can do it in Spanish. So yeah, it was great.
And in Portuguese too. So we have three languages. Okay. We are not into gossip, but everybody's asking for Elon Musk and Amber Johnny Depp case. So we need to choose one. We did in our newsletter Elon Musk face reading, and if she doesn't testify during this week or next week, we're gonna do Elon Musk next week face reading on the background. But if Amber testify before we record the show, that we're gonna record it on the same day the happening, we're going to go with Amber. So we don't know yet, but we have two options next week. But now let's go to the case, because at the end of the face reading and symmetry that we're going to do with both, we're going to talk why she is losing and how she's losing. One of the things that we do is we prepare people. We have people who have won Shark Tank. Actually, we have the faster deal closed in Shark Tank from people that we have coaching. We are coaching new people in Shark Tank to win. We have do trial selection. And when you talk to lawyers and how to coach people, you need to coach the lawyers first. And we're going to show at the end a video and why her team is losing, even though she changed the team, how she's not approachable, and why in the media he's winning. I don't know, this case is not about money. I know this case is more about social repercussion. Whoever told Johnny Depp to go to sue her was genius. Why? Because he's completely likable, even though both are crazy.
Yes.
Let's go with the sharing. Okay. What is this? That is a new one. That is a new one. What's going on with it? Okay, which one? Which one you're seeing? Oh, you don't see anything because I haven't shared anything.
I see you.
Susan, get your shit together. One of the things that caught my attention, and actually you mentioned it in one of the links you sent me, that she in 2016, what was picked as the golden ratio as one of the most perfect faces that you're going to find in Hollywood. Guess what? She's not. Actually, neither of them they are. So we need to pick a way to read them. So we're going to read their faces and we can read the symmetry. But when you see the symmetry, again, we didn't alter the pictures. We just have a program who divide the face perfectly. And you're going to see they both are all over the place. Now, he's more crazy likable. She's crazy not likable. And for what I understand, we talk on Monday when we're talking about the pre-production, says, you know what? I'm not a psychology, neither you are, Elba. We have therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists on the team. And we were talking last week, and like she have all the bullet points to be a borderline. And you told me this morning that a psychiatrist testified yesterday that she's borderline. Like,
yes, and bipolar. Yes.
Wow, she's something. Again, we are not taking sides of who is winning or losing or who's more likable. We're talking from the behavioral standpoint, and this is fascinating. I never like gossip, but this gossip, I have a lot of fun. And talking about craziness and borderlines and narcissists, you want to know how to spot a narcissist only for the eyebrows or the tangle part of the eyebrows? Guess what? The IG Nobel Prize last year was granted to a group of researchers who were doing this research, and we did a class for 70 minutes about narcissists and how to spot them from a picture. Guess what? If you need to buy the class, it's $100, but you can have it for free signing in our newsletter. Beside that, you're going to have free webinars. By the way, the first webinar is next Monday, when you can ask whatever you want. For an hour, you're going to have Elba, myself, no subscription, no fees, 60 minutes with 2 profilers where you can ask whatever you want. And you're going to receive every Tuesday. Sorry, the newsletter is going today. We have been really busy. We're going to have icebreakers where you now, because we need to go back to do networking. Yesterday night, I was in a networking. It was really fun reading people in person. I didn't realize that I missed that so much. And the fourth thing, that you can be part of the beta tester of our new classes. New classes and sales are coming in July, and we're really, really excited because we signed a contract with the biggest sales training company in the United States to do these classes. So be aware, be on top of that, because you can be the beta tester and have a great class only for you. Now, Johnny Depp, you want to go first, my love?
Okay. The first thing, okay, let's see one thing. He is out of the box. He thinks outside the box. He is not the common denominator to think like go with the rules. He needs to break the rules. Every time that he films, he needs to break the rules. He needs to do something different. So that's the thing that when I saw it, it's like, okay, yes, he is like that. And another thing that got my attention, and it's like he talks from the negative side. Everything is wrong. Everything is pessimistic for him. So yeah, that's the two of things that when I look his face, I was like, okay.
He perceives and see the world on a negative side. He's always expecting things go wrong, and he express his world and what happened in a negative side. So it's not only the perception on the processing of the negative side he expresses. So if we need to profile those things on those features on his face, we can determine he's a pessimist person. So when you apply a plan to work with, or you show in a script, or you show it a stunt that he need to do, he have done a lot of with the Pirates of the Caribbean, who is the big movie. He put it Johnny Depp where he is located today. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, he produced it, because I don't read a lot about the gossip and the Hollywood things. I read more about the profiler side. He produced that movie too. So yes, he's gonna always looking like, what is gonna go wrong? What if the weather? What if we have raining? What if the boat doesn't work? What if the actor doesn't want to take the role? He's gonna intake and express the information in a really pessimist way.
Yes, I agree with you.
How fast he processes information?
Okay, he is really fast. Now, but I want you to see something here, and everyone pay attention to this.
Yes, boss, whatever you say.
Because he's visual, okay? You can see from this picture, he's visual. But when we pass to the symmetry, I want you to look at the ears and the size of the ears, because there's something there that I saw it and I was like, really? So actually, I'm not going to say it now.
Wait, it's funny you say it. I would say, pay attention to the ear on the left, because he have an earring who is longer on his left side of the picture, on his business side, it looked like that ear is the same size of the right one. But actually, if you don't have a training eye, you're not going to realize that the 2 ears are different. Why? Because he's hanging. And actually, when somebody want to listen more than interrupt and be visual, what you do, you use loops. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I listen with my eyes. So I try to be more like, let me pay more attention. So that's the reason I'm using hoops. And he's doing the same. The ear on the right side of the picture have a small hoop. On the left side of the picture, actually, he have a square loop to make you think that the ears are the same. Good call, Elba. Love it. Now, eyebrows. He's a people person.
Yes.
He's more people person. And actually, I was listening to Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz. Yeah, Penelope Cruz, his ex-wife, Winona Ryder, all of them saying that he's a really caring person. Actually, I understand, I don't know if it was in Pirates of the Caribbean or when he did Blow, that Penelope Cruz was pregnant. And he was like, are you okay? Can you bring a tea? Are you comfortable? He was really caring. Nobody else is testifying that he have any aggression trait on his personality beside on the context with Amber. And I think that when we can see the symmetry, we can understand the volatile part.
Yes, I agree with you.
So what else? It's something on the nostrils that get my attention between his personal side on the nostrils and the business side of the nostril. You want to take it or you want me to take it? Because now that you're the official CEO of the Latin American office, I need to have respect, Captain. I cannot tell you anything else. You're the boss now.
No, okay, you take it. You take that one.
Really? Oh, that's such an honor. Okay. You're going to see on the right side of the picture, you're going to pay attention to the nostrils. And I'm going to get my mouse if I have one. You see this nostril? This nostril has to do with the personal life and how much love and care he was giving. Now, the left side of the nostril is how much money is coming and how much money is going. He is really generous. He's really generous with what he has, but in his personal life, he have love, but not as much. That's the reason he's so generous with his time and his money. Money, you can make it, but time is something that you don't have. My father used to say, time and land is things that are you going to run out of. So if you can grab it, keep it.
Yes, I agree with that. And yes, he's like that.
Now, the chin. The way he framed his chin. Okay, you say it. I will not going to take it. Again, CEO, I'm sorry. I will not going to take it.
The way he's framing his chin is like he is telling the things like the way it is, the way they are. It's like, okay, this is why. Like we always say, if you like it, it's okay. If you're not, it's okay too. So he is like that. Even he processes his information through the story of the people and caring people. When he needs to say things, it's like cutting. I don't care if you like it or not. This is the way it's going to be.
I was reading a couple of articles from the 1800s, and actually I'm trying to look for a book that where you put the rings on your fingers has to do with two. And I was thinking like people who have okay, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get banned from YouTube. But if people put the rings on the middle finger, has something to do. So you want to pay attention to these. So I was really self-conscious, but this ring doesn't fit. But I was paying attention. She doesn't wear any rings.
No,
but he wear rings here and here.
She wore rings just yesterday. I saw 2 rings and these 2 fingers yesterday.
And by the way, it's really crazy, and we're going to see it on the video. She never wear a lot of makeup and glasses, and there are studies showing that when women want to show power, they need to be wearing glasses and makeup. And women who doesn't wear glasses and makeup, they're perceived as less dominant. And today, Wednesday, April 27, was the first time that she was wearing glasses. So if you want to be perceived as a dominant person, as a female on a meeting or something like that, wear strong makeup. Don't look like a clown. Like, I don't wear any makeup except my lipstick. Now I have the red glasses. I have the new glasses and red nails and always black. But you need to do your makeup in a way that people can perceive you as a strong personality. But she never wear red lipstick. And if you look at all her media, she always have this pro makeup. I was talking with Dawn Bliss. She's a makeup artist that we work in some cases. And Dawn was telling me, like, she changed her makeup completely. So the perception and what the people think about her on the media and how present herself on the court is not a correlation. I wouldn't change her persona that much as she changed. It's not good for her. In his case, he's wearing the rings, the earrings. He's wearing the rings. He's wearing the tattoos. He's not hiding it, just is presenting himself better and just have a ponytail. He didn't cut his hair. He have long hair, keep it. So I think that is good for him too.
Yes, I agree with you, because he has been, even when in the trial, when when he has interrogated, he was talking about things like, yes, he never say no because he was doing something. He never like says, okay, I'm going to say no.
You have many ways to say no. If I ask you, did you cheat on your spouse? He says, well, that is going against my religion. I get married to be with someone for a long time. You still haven't answered my question. He's really good to deviating questions with humor. He cope with humor, and actually we can see on his face that he's going to be coping with humor instead to say yes or no when it's difficult for him to manage certain situations.
But yeah, I agree. And he didn't hide nothing. You take drugs, yes. You drink, yes. So that's the thing he had been doing like that.
We're gonna see a video at the end. It says, so you was drinking at 10 a.m. in the morning, like it's happy hour, it's not happy hour someplace. Like, I know it's horrible, but you know what? It make me fun. It make me laugh. And when you make somebody laugh, you're more likable. So don't try to be so perfect. Nobody's perfect. And everybody who try to portray themselves to be perfect, they're the most fake people on the world, because nobody is. No people are perfect. And doesn't matter what is your profession, you're going to mess it up someplace. Look at these people. They have all the money in the world. And look where they are in court, trying to represent themselves, to not be looking like a wife beater and the other one crazy, like well, she is crazy. Anything else? I love the wrinkles on the forehead.
Me too. How he developed his own abilities.
And we don't talk a lot about hair in our classes, but he have the widow's peak, that the pointy on the hair, where he can decide when he can be seen and when he doesn't want to be seen. And one of the things people is like complaining on the media, like, oh, he must be high, he's too slow. Like, you need to understand, Johnny Depp, he apparently is half blind in one of the eyes. And that's the reason he's wearing dark glasses. People has been criticizing that the judge is not complaining. Actually, he have a glare on the glasses. I have the same, no, because I have the same problem, but sometimes the reflection of the lights are too much. And remember, this courtroom is illuminated like a show, like a show. It's have lighting for the TV. So the glaring on his eyes is difficult for him to read the computer. When you're in a case like that, you have a computer where the judge, the judges, the judge and the jurors are seeing the same images that you see, so you can defend, notify, or disagree with is being shown in front. So he need to have that and not to have the reflection of the glare with the lights. But the point to be said is he's really, really intelligent, and he like to know about absolutely everything happening around him.
Yes, I agree with you. He's really, really intelligent. And when he incorporated the information too, it's like he needs step by step too. And he's methodical. And that's another thing that I want you to pay attention, guys. It's his eyes. Wow. It's
Uh,
something crazy there.
it's so many things who are so different on his face. So let's go to the symmetry. Holy cow.
You see, it's crazy. Now, you remember that we talk about the ears?
Yeah.
You even though he is a visual person, in his business side, when we have the sign of dollar, the green sign, in his business side, he tend to be more visual. He needs to see things. His eyes, his ears are his eyes. But in his personal side, he tend to be visual, but he can listen a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Yes.
yeah. No, you go.
He has sunken cheeks in both.
Mhm.
But he had more stamina to fight for his business career, the stamina that he have for fighting in his personal life. And another
Yes.
thing, he want to lay low more in his personal life than his business. In his business life, he doesn't have any problem to be exposed, but in his personal life, he would prefer not to.
No, he wants to be like low profile.
Yeah, the hair growing is different. On his business, he have a straight line on the hair growing. On the love life, he have a pointy. So he want to disappear until it's needed. So the distance between the eyes, you want to pick it up or you want me to pick it?
Yes, okay. If you see it in his business side, he's the kind of person that he enjoy the journey, not the destination. And that's why, because I was reading about the Pirates of the Caribbean, he have the script. He have the things to say. But when he was filming, he was like, okay, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to let me be like the way that I want to be. So that's why he prefers the journey, not the destination. Now, in his personal side, he's detail oriented. Be on time. Because if you are going to have a meeting with him because you are a friend, because you are going to be your next partner, be on time, because he's going to be crazy. He's the one to pick the phone and said, where are you? You're supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. So you see the difference, and how one thing is, okay, let's enjoy the trip. And the other is like, no, I need the details. I need you here and on time.
Saturday night, we were watching the Room Diary, the first movie they did together. And it's so different, the chemistry in the beginning of the movie. And you can see what scenes has been recorded before they start having chemistry, because sometimes at the end of the movie, they have like distant chemistry, but in the beginning of the movie, they're like more cozy. That I can show you how the scenes they were marked, because I do think for the way that he looked at her, he's a really good actor, but not that good to hide that he was having a crush on her before she have a crush on him.
Yeah.
So, okay, where you want to start? It's like crazy. Okay, different hair growing, different forehead, different lines, different eyebrows, different distance between the inner contour of the eyes, different height of the ears, different size of the ears, different width of the nose, different bridge of the nose, different nostrils, different upper lip, different cupid bow, different lower lips, different chin, different cheeks, different jaw, and different jaw.
And the
it's
mouth.
More than 20.
Yes.
What we have?
Yes.
A crazy, volatile, and a stable personality. But I would say on his personal life, in his love life, he's completely depleted. On his business career, he have more stamina to fight for his career than he have to fighting about how to defend his personal life. I think that after this lawsuit, he's gonna retrieve like the snail inside the shell. Because I live on the beach, I collect a lot of shells, and I remember grabbing one of them and it was like, what is so heavy? It's still the snail inside. So I put it back on the beach, but because as soon as I touched her or his house, I don't know what it was, the snail leave the shelf. And my friend said, now you can take it. Like, no, I ruined his life.
No.
I ruined the place where the snail was hiding. And I think I'm not comparing him to a snail, to be clear, because people take things so like
Out of
grain
context.
of salt and out of context. It's like he's gonna grab that big house and he's gonna be hiding until recover. But between recover and his personal life, that is the reason this lawsuit is about. I would put my two hands. This is not about his career. He's about his kids and people not having the perception that he's a wife beater. And wife beater is a really hard word, phrase. And he doesn't say like, I don't want to be perceived like a person who is aggressive to woman or volatile. I don't want my kids to think that I'm a wife beater. And wife beater is a really strong language. I don't know if I would take the risk, but it's really working in this case. But in his business side, he's going to take control about that first. As soon as he finishes with this, he's going to try to take control of his career.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
And by the way, Alice Cooper says, I didn't know that he's one of the best guitar players out there. And you told me that how long it took it to learn guitar? 2 years.
2 years. 2 years, because he cannot do it. For him, it was really hard to learn how to do it. But at the end of the day, he made it. And he's a really good one.
So I would invite you to pause this video and try to, I don't know, you can grab your cell phone and take a picture of the screen and put it in a Word document and tell me how many things you see different between one size and another one. And that is an exercise that even though you didn't study face reading, you can learn how a person can be volatile. And now I can understand how volatile can be. But anyway, he decided not to have filters. He decided to be the person who he is and show the world that you can be crazy but likable. And he conquered that. Kudos. I don't think he was prepared. I think he decided to be himself.
Yes, I agree with you, because you can see it as the way he talk, as the way he dress, as the way he is.
I was looking at a couple of interviews to try to see the baseline. And actually his baseline is the same in all the interviews on the jurors. He decided to be who he is. And I think that was a major, great strategy for his lawyers team.
I agree with you.
Anything else, my love?
No. Before, I want to say something.
Yes, boss.
Before we go to Amber, I need you to pay attention, because this is a study that we talked. They said she's the most beautiful girl, the celebrities, and they say she has the nose and the chin as perfection. Perfect nose, perfect chin. So let's see what happens.
That's the reason we choose, with all the things that we can choose with these two, we choose symmetry, because it's crazy. She was in 2016 picked up as the most perfect face, because she's supposed to have a 91.8 golden ratio symmetry. No, you need to come to us to ask for those things. But before that, and beside that, if you like this video, if you want to bring more people to learn this witchcraft of face reading, profiling, and profiling that we do in general, like or hate, we don't care. One of the things that we start this live event with Elba way before everybody else started is because we have fun. We love what we do and we want to share with you. So talking about sharing, like, hate, comment, share. We really appreciate it. We have a goal at the end of the year, how many subscribers we're going to have. And you can see us every Wednesday. Look for Susan Ivitz, a human behavioral lab, and YouTube, or you just Google Susan Ivitz and you're going to come up with all the weird things that happen with us. So, Amber Heard. Oh, you first.
Okay. She's visual too. She needs fast information. So she's going to incorporate faster information. And I think one thing that got my attention is her forehead, because she's the kind of person that she's creative, but she don't want to be the one like if you say to her, you need to do this, you need to do this, she's not going to go with that. She hates to be micromanaged. So yes, and it's pay attention to the chin and pay attention to the nose, because if we see this picture, she's independent. She's not waiting for no one to start doing things. But let's see.
One of the things that it get my attention in her face is people think that she's really well spoken. She's more calculated than spoken. When she spoke, she have filtered up the options and things that can come up on the spoken or the words she's going to be saying. She's really, really calculated. She's a thinker. Between thinking, feeling, and doing, she have a balance. One of the things that when we says when we have three sons, son 1, 2, and 3, is that when you have a symmetry, no asymmetry, symmetry between these three sons, what happens is you have a conflict all the time. What I should be doing, what I'm feeling to do, and what I should be doing. What I think, feel, and should. Again, think, feel, and should. And that's one of the things that for students who take in our classes, like, Susan, why I need to sit for 25 minutes in a class talking about what are the different stones on the face? Because if you cannot understand that what are the domain strokes from all the things on in the faces, the stones are the one who are the end beside all the features are gonna determine how you're gonna be your call of action. Yes. You and mine are thinking and doing, feeling at third. We can be really harsh with each other, and we have other team members in our team, like, what is going on with you? And all, but like, nothing. Like, that was kind of hard meeting. Like, no, it was amazing. We get to the point, like, but you wasn't nice to each other. Like, no, we were venting, we were talking, we were brainstorming, and we don't take it personal. But in her case, everything is going to be between what I think, what I feel, what I'm doing.
Yes, I agree with you. See, yes.
What else? I cannot wait for the symmetry. I cannot
wait. Me too. I'm just like, but
okay, let's go with the symmetry. Let's go. Yes, okay, only to put in context. In 2016, a group of researchers, they were doing a study what is the most more attractive and perfect face based on the golden ratio. Golden ratio is measuring your face to see how they can fit and how perfect are all both sides. Maybe in 2016 she was, but today at April 27, 2022, she is not. The first one was her with 91.8. Second was Kim Kardashian that we have done in our private classes. We show Kim Kardashian face. She looked like a dude in one of the pictures, and she looked completely like a monster in the other one when you divide the face. And the third one was somebody who used to date Johnny Depp too, Kate Moss. So Amber came 91.8, Kim Kardashian 91.3, and I don't have the ratio for Kate Moss, but apparently Johnny Depp have a thing for women who's supposed to be symmetric. But can you tell me this is the most symmetric face you're gonna find? Like, no.
You remember that I told you to see the nose and the chin? You know how different is from both sides?
But you know what? The difference are similar between Johnny Depp and her, because her business side and his business side are the widest one. The more I want to see the forest and not the picture, but both on the personal side have low distance, only picking on the details. Like, okay, you left your cell phone on the border of the counter. Both are going to be paying attention to that. Instead that I was in a rush and I leave it there. Both are going to be bickering to each other on the personal side, but in the business, they're like more slow and easy to go. What is your perception, Olga?
Yes, and you know, that's true, because on the trial, they were reading some messages, and she told him that he's going to die fat and alone, because as the way he looked in that time. And I was like, yeah, so she's paying attention to the details. She is the same. You need to she is going to be the one like, as I see you, I treat you.
She should see the guys that I'm dating. I like tall, bald, bulky, type A. And if you're bossy, I love you. So if she's on my datings, it's like, I like that way. So if they have a little better, a little chunk on the bunk, I love them more. Because you need to learn how to use signs for dating. If you look on the nose, the cheek, the chin, the jaw, and the jaw, and the belly, and read our study when we do our newsletter, you're going to see why you need to stop dating as a lady. Those really built up with small nose, like, no, you're doing all right.
No.
You're doing everything
I agree
wrong.
with you.
You're doing everything wrong, and is a way to do it right. Using signs. Signs and dating happen too. Okay, I'm deviated. My apologies.
But there's another thing that got my attention. You can see her eyebrows, how she in his business side, she tend to start things, but at the end of the day, it's not too many things that she can end it.
Nope.
And that's why when we were talking, and we were talking about her, and you told me that she go out from film. I think she didn't film that movie. I don't know how was the thing?
She was hired to do a movie, and they're suing her for $10 million because she didn't do the promotion. She signed a contract to do a nudity scene, and she did a couple of nudity scene. I'm not sure because so much information about this too. And they're suing her for $10 million, and they postponing the sue so she can go through these. But what I would say is actually the distance between the eyebrows, between her personal side and the business side, is completely different. She on her business, again, they're two completely different people. Okay, let's go to a recap. Forehead, business, creative, personal, straightforward. Like she is like 1, 2, 3. Eyebrows shape, length, distance between the beginning of the eyebrows and the ending of the eyebrows are different. The distance between the inner contour and outer contour, the amount of eyelids, the shape of the eyes,
the height of the
eyebrows,
the shape of the eyes,
higher bridge, thinner of the nose, tip of the nose, and nostrils. They're different. Cheeks, chin, jaw and jaw, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, teeth, critical line, chin, ears, and high.
Yes.
I think she have 5 more than he have.
Me too. Yes.
But like, what the heck? You know what? I want to look more on the study they did on 2016 about she being the perfect radio, and send this picture to the guys and like, guys, I want to know what the measurements you use. And I'm not trying to be funny in this. I really want to know what are the ratio they use, because in face reading, who, by the way, is the oldest, more known behavioral channel around the world, 5,000 years. Again, when you have something who has been around for 5,000 years, not like 50 or 60 like other channels, hello, pay attention. What are the measurements they use to do the golden ratio? Mm-hmm. Somebody sent me this picture. What is the first thing that we do when somebody sends us a picture, Elva?
The first thing that we do is look for the symmetries.
And that's where we start like, oh, wait a minute. What is the and that's when we measure the symmetries, like what is the relationship that you have with this person, and what are you looking for on this phase to make sure that we can be accurate and not be too harsh. Because if it's your competitor, we're gonna destroy it. If your partner, we try to be softer. Actually, you're more soft than I am. About like, okay, how much in love you are with this person. Because if you send me this picture which says like, nope, It's not going to happen. But if I am the lawyer hired for the opposite side, I would say how to piss her off, how to make her show the colors. And I'm going to put it out there. If you know, and if you work in a Johnny Depp case, we will do this for free. Yes. Because we have the golden ticket, how to flip her, how to make her go crazy and lose her on camera. Please contact us. Our information is all over the media. We're going to do it for free. Why? Because we know how. I will love. I love when we have cases and we work with people that the opposite person that they need to do cross-examination, have these faces. Is there are the easy ones to show their.
Yes.
What else?
Yes. Okay. I think we have with that in this crazy how face is so different and how. So if you see this face, you can imagine how is the conflict between both sides. So that's why we have the personality that she has.
And by the way, the studies about symmetries are done by the University of Edinburgh. I think is one of the longest studies done on symmetry and faces. It was like 93 years, no?
93 years.
So we're talking about the study done in symmetry on the University of Edinburgh with almost 200 people that were followed with 93 years, obviously with different research groups, is the longest study done on the history of the world. So again, microexpressions was developed by Darwin in 1872, was taken back on the late 60s by Paul Ekman. So 60 years on the microexpression. Body language was Damon Morris and Darwin studied too. But we're talking about studies done for 93 years, following a group of almost 200 people studying symmetry. So when we talk about symmetry, it's not Elba and I were crazy, we're drinking too much Kool-Aid, and we think that we know it all. No, we base on those studies and the symmetry and why when you have between 12 or 15 differences and asymmetries in one side to the other of the face, you can determine those personalities are volatile. You don't believe us? Write to us. The emails are below. You're going to see it at the end of the Q&A. You write to us, Elba, myself, and we can send you the studies because that's what is fascinating. The studies done in symmetry are longer than any other behavioral channel out there. That's how sure we are about this. Elba, anything else?
Yes. Nope.
Okie dokie. Talking of witchcraft. Yesterday, I went to one of my first games in person. I went to see the Chicago White Sox. I don't know if they win or not because I was having so much fun. We have a private suite where one of the banks that we're working with, they invite us. So we have so much fun that we were talking like, what you do? Witchcraft. At the end of the night, I didn't want to talk anymore about businesses. I'm a witchcraft and a witch person. So if you want to learn anything of this, we start with the program Face Reading Profiling Pro for 6 months. And actually it's a 2 years program with support. We started 2 weeks ago, but don't worry, because it's evergreen. We have our first group coaching session. And do you know what time was an Estocol, what UK was on the group? 2:30 in the morning. That is dedication. When a student show up in a group session at 2:30 in the morning, that is the kind of other students that you're going to be sharing the group with. And it was amazing because he stayed with us for an hour and 10 minutes. So by the time that he ended up is the time that he need to go to work. I love you, okay? Thank you very much. It's amazing to have students like you. Again, 6 months program, group coaching, recorded. It's a 2-year support program. Go for it. But if you're not up to and you just want to know the basic, face reading profiling, 10 features in 10 days is a 2 weeks program. We have 15 units, but 10 features that we show besides symmetry, zones, and left brain and right brain. Now, register. And by the way, April 30 at midnight, the prices are changing and finances and the price per se, how much is the classes. So please, if you want to make sure you have the prices, register before April the 30th. Now, let's change hats. We are profilers. We specialize in face reading profiling, but something that we have been doing for a long time, at least my background before I met Elba, I did political consulting for 18 years. I always says when I do presentations with lawyers, I put a bozo on the White House. I can take you out of jail and I can teach you how to sell ice to Eskimo. That is my thing. So I did a lot of coaching and how to, some people says manipulating, welcome to my world. It's going to happen. If I don't take the case, somebody else is going to do it. I miss my political campaign years. I get burned out. I never take vacation because I was having too much fun until stop having fun because I was having health issues. So I took a break for 6 months and now I'm working with lawyers and sales rep. But it's not what you says, it's not what you did, it's not what you do, it's how you show it. And today, when Elba and myself, and by the way, we work in a couple of political campaigns during our collide, suspicious, and malicious years together. Let's put it out there. I don't care. We work in preparing political campaigns. But one of the things that we tell to the lawyers is your team, the paralegals, and the other lawyers are part of the lawsuit. So you can have the best prep client, customers, and expert, but if your lawyer doesn't get their thing together, they can lose the case. And when you have a case who is such exposed, they're so publicized, you need to be paying attention in what you're saying and what your lawyers saying. So you need to prepare the lawyers, how they act, body language, and all the team. You need to prepare your clients to know how to dress, the makeup, the Botox, the hair, the dressing, everything. You need to prepare your clients. You need to prepare all your clients together so they unify the story, and the expert. Because I saw some expert losing on winning cases because they're really good at what they do, but they don't know what they're talking about. So I wanted to bear with us. We're going to show you a compilation why Amber is losing and how she is acting with her lawyers, how he's acting with his lawyers, and how he is in the stage and why people love him. Again, I don't have anything against or in favor, but second most wanted. If you tell me and you can find out who is the consulting trial company who coach Amber, we're going to give you a $500 bonus. You can use it whatever you want. We are wanted to know who is the company who prepared Amber to make sure that we never work with them. And if we work against them, we know how to crush it like a cockroach. That company should be out of business. And I don't care whatever you says. I put my reputation on that. Maybe for you, it's nothing. For me, it's 33 years of experience. That people should be taken out of business because she's losing under and below the public eye. Yes. Elba, anything else to say? I want to take responsibility for what I said.
No, yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. So if you know people, and you know what? It's funny because what you are saying right now, you can see it because she changed her lawyer team. And if you see the structure that each team have right now, it's the same. Why? Because they have been coaching with the same people. So you can change like as many times you want, but if you have the same coaching, it's not going to change anything at the end of the day.
And we were talking with a media outlet and it says, what will you change Amber from today to tomorrow? Makeup and glasses. Guess what? She's wearing glasses today. Okay, let's see why she's losing and why he is winning. Okay, let's go to the video. This is how she greet her lawyers when she comes to the courtroom. By the way, always late.
Yes, always
This
late.
is coming to the lawyers. You see, oh my God, that is fake, more fake than $2 bill. You see, this is the interaction between Johnny Depp and his lawyer. Friendly, put together. Now, see the background. We accelerate the image. Can you see her law team on the left side of the screen and his law team? And we're going to accelerate the image again. They're all over the place. Johnny Depp team is relaxed. That is so important that you pay attention. What are you doing when you have such an exposure in a case? And again, we're going to put it back. So now we're going to accelerate the image. And I want you to pay attention. The right side of the screen is the people who is Johnny Depp team. Amber Heard is the left side of the screen. See how they interact and how they're running. This is the prep trial. That's the reason you wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, or you do not sleep to have everything together. You cannot be opening folders, going through charts and papers, the morning prep. Why? You have the cameras and you have the jurors looking at you. If you don't have your things together, it looks like you don't know what you're doing. So you're losing before you're starting. Lawyers, I know how many years you put in your career, but that's the reason you don't know how to do marketing, how to do media, and how to win the jurors. Why? Because you're so focused on the paper, you're not focused on the perception. And the perception here is the Johnny Depp team have the things together, but Amber doesn't know what they're doing. What I have done? No. Okay, let's go. Oh, I was clicking. That's happened when you have two screens. You see? Good in my thing, horrible in tech. Again, Amber coming to the core. That's how she said hello to the lawyers. Now we're gonna see again Johnny Depp with his lawyer. Friendly is like two friends. You see the bending of the body, the hands, the touching. Now see the lawyers on the left side of the screen. Now we're gonna see the.
It looks like they are doing things at the last time.
Yes, thank you. Pointed. Now we're gonna see the faster again before we pause to see why she's not likable. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what they doing? Because we're not going to be talking about the body language. Everybody has been talking about the body language, the micro expression, the words, great. Now we talk about the perception. Why, when you have a case like that, a case like this, you're not going to court without having a people like us. Now you can understand why a profiler in a case with such a high demand. Today, I have a meeting with lawyers in New York. We have, I think it was 13 or 14 lawyers that I met before we record. All of the lawyers says, hey, Susan, what is going on with this? And all the lawyers agree. Her team is losing. And by the way, what the heck with the carry on the back? I know there are all the briefcase, but you never leave a briefcase showing, because the perception is she's ready to leave the room.
Yeah, she's ready to run away.
Somebody else pointed, and I love this guy channel because I see other people doing, and I love this guy channel. I'm going to see if I contact him this week. Like, what is the briefcase? Do not put a briefcase next to the person, because it's the perception that she's always trying to like go away. I want to leave the room. Elba?
Yes, I agree with you. It's like she's just waiting the time to say, okay, this is the time to leave. Bye.
I completely agree. Anything else before we go back to the rest of the video?
I want to see the rest of the video.
Okay, if I find where the video. Okay. So we see why the lawyers are losing the case already. And you see her here, turning around, talking with the lawyers, like disconnected. Look, Johnny Depp.
It's different. It's completely different. He's having a conversation with his lawyers and he's laughing. So they are relaxed.
When you over-prepare, it's because you under-prepare.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I need to go to court to myself, the lawyer says, oh, we need to talk, like, okay, we're going to meet in your office an hour before, but when we get to the court, we're going to be laughing, having coffee, we're going to be talking about your kids, your pets, you're going to be showing me things on the phone, even though it's are related to the case, but we're not going to show that we're worried. because when you show that you are worried and running like this, these are here, is not a good image. Even
that
though
is the perception.
even though I froze the image when they're just laughing, but they weren't laughing at all. So here, her face. Who the heck did the Botox in this woman? She's 35. She doesn't have any expressions. The lack of expression in your face is worse than oversensitive and over expression. If I don't see expression in your face, the shiny, the evils on the Marvel movies, no expression is worse than having too much expression and too much emotion. Tell me, that face is showing you empathy. That face is showing you I'm on her side. What is the expression this face telling you?
It's like she's like, okay, I'm the best thing here. I am the best Coca-Cola, and she's not.
Oh my God, I was thinking about the last Coca-Cola on the desert.
In the world.
That was really good.
Yes. You see how our minds.
That's what is freaking me out. Anyway, keep going.
Yes,
we're not gonna go there.
You cannot see any expression in her face. So she knows what happens when you cannot see expressions. She's lacking for expressions.
It's worse than any other expression. You can save any expression, but not the lacking of expression. So if you're a lawyer, if you're going to go to a trial and your lawyer is building your head with BS, be aware that what happened when you have this. She is not part of the situation. She looked like a goddess. She looked like two put together. And actually, the first day she was wearing cream. All the other days she was wearing black. That was the first day. And she looked like too much Hollywood.
Girl.
Hello? What happened? There we go. I lost you for 5 seconds. No, I lost your image. So she looked too much like a goddess queen, and it's not good. Okay, let's see why we don't like Amber. Again, I did it again. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go again. So here we go. So we want to see why Amber is so detached and was so risky over doing Botox. Actually, there are studies saying that kids who have parents who have overdone Botox on the CrossFit, they cannot recognize when the parents are happy or sad. And people tend to have more depression situations when they overdo the Botox. That's the reason I love to work with Gina. She does miracle with our clients. Let's see Amber. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me?
The video don't want to be seen.
Here we go. So you see, she was laughing there. She was smiling. Okay, look at this again. Pay attention. She was smiling. Actually, she was showing contempt and smiling when he says that he lost the Disney contract. And you're going to see a smile. And she, you know what she did? She did this.
She pulled back.
Okay. Everybody in the audience and you, Elba, do it too. Like my ears of political campaign coming here. Smile. Now, bite the corner of your cheeks inside. And cover your mouth. It's a way to hide that she was smiling. That's the way she controlled her smile. Putting the hands on the mouth as only solo expression and way to do it is not the way to do it to determine if somebody's deceptive. But in her case, that's how she hide. And she did it, you know, every time that she did it, every time that he talked about losing the relation with his kid, losing the Disney, losing the Pirates, and I think he lost another contract. So look again at her face and the smile. The contempt actually was more a contempt than a smile. How she bite her inner cheeks
and cover the mouth.
So I always says when you feel like you're in a smile, bite your cheek. Okay, try to bite your cheek and you're going to see you cannot do anything with your mouth. When I need people to control their mouth, I tell them to bite their own cheek. Do this. You see, you probably cannot even talk, but you try to smile, biting in your cheeks. Try to smile. Try to smile. You cannot. It's the
No, you
oldest
cannot
trick
do
on
it.
So again, bite your inner cheeks, not so much, and try to smile. You couldn't smile. It's the best trick. So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I think that she have a coach 100%. Again, $500. I'm gonna pay from my own account $500 if you can find me who the heck coach this woman. So I never work with them, and if I know I have it on the other side of the podium, I can destroy them because they're so bad at what they're doing. And by the way, we are member of the National Association of Trial Consultants. So I put that on the trial consultant too. They didn't like it when I put that out there. They get offended. Like, you cannot go against your peers. Like, they're not my peers. They don't know what they're doing. They need to have the license revoked. Okay, let's go to see her face. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna go again. Again, that's happened with technology when you're recording. Now we have the right button.
Yes.
You see the content on the left side of the screen?
That one.
You see the carry-on on the back, the carry-on on the back. 3 images, the only thing you see on the back is the carry-on the back. What is wrong with that? It looks so unprofessional. You see her lack of emotions?
It's that's the thing that impressed me, because she's not having any emotion. It's like,
okay, again. The technology. Okay, I'm gonna see her emotions again. Again, look, pay attention to the carry-on on the back. Pay attention to this part of the face. We realize, and we talk about it, and we show you studies that we have done, from the oldest, the micro expression emotions, at least 6 of them you can cut it on the eyes. Look in this part of the face, look in the carry-on here, here, and here, and look in the mouth. So let's review it again. Carry-on on the left. Warning, carry-on happening. You see, carry-on. You're gonna see here. You see? Cover, biting, cover, turn it on. Carry on the back of the head. Carry on again. And no expression on the eye. You see? She cannot move the forehead. What they did that? So you see, nothing is happening here. She blinked, but nothing happened here. Now, this is a video who Andrew Pandrell did, and we're going to put the link on the comments below so you can see. We didn't do this video, he did it, but when something is really well done, why to touch it? So Andrew, we never met. Thank you very much for doing this video. We saw Amber before. Now we're going to see Andrew here. We're going to see Johnny Depp, done by Andrew Pandrell. Why we like Johnny Depp, and after that we're going to go to the conclusions, because this show has been all over the place, but it's fascinating from the behavioral standpoint. So pay attention to why we love Johnny Depp, and Amber is losing her case.
Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Let's move beyond the conversation that Shelley Murphy had with Mr.
Said, yes, they had. Okay. It appears that Ms. Heard had told
Hearsay,
she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I know, I'm just sure it's off of the truth of the matter is sort of.
He got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning. Ms. Heard that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
All right.
disturbing. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. I can read it out of someone's article, but not from from the man's mouth.
It's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like
other
it to be, sir.
others-
Nothing simple in this case.
Other-
October is 2 months before December. That's correct.
the document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yeah.
That is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
And that was a document you signed in August of 2016, correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes, that's the fourth.
I wanted to make clear that you signed
Make it
that in
clear.
the summer to Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay, so you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there? Very ugly situation with Amber. So
Mr.
I
Depp,
doubled up
with respect,
the,
trying to respect the court's time and the jury's time, that was not my question. My question
I
was simply,
understand. When you
would
take 5
agree,
minutes to look for a
you would agree,
document.
you would agree that on Exhibit 500, please.
500?
500, Defense Exhibit 500.
Yes, I'd like to see who I lied to.
Sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Isn't happy hour any time?
Say that you carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
Is that right?
You did.
Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Okay. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
Right after you cut your finger off, that you, or right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. Right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Sorry.
that you, right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Bless you.
poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah. Fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it.
I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
Okay, we're going to stop the sharing here. We're going to go to, if you have any questions, but I would love to do the final analysis. Elva, if we get in trouble today, I'm sure we did, and people want to contact you. And now that we are officially open again in Latin America, if you want to do any training or consult us in Spanish, where people can find you.
You can go to elba@humanbehaviorlab.com. And for you, Susan?
For the lawyers who want to sue me for the comments in this, I don't care. We have the best lawyers on the world. I always say, I work with so many lawyers, but I have only one who covered my back. Mark Shorter. I love you, dude. I love that you have you as my lawyer, because if it wasn't for you, I would have been in so much trouble. But anyway, you can write to me at susan@humanbehaviorlab.com. When you have a case that is so publicly known, it's difficult to not look passionate. We are not having sides. We're passionate about what we do. And at least I'm going to talk by myself or for myself on my side. I'm passionate about this. I love what I do. I've been doing this for 33 years. I don't know what else to do. So if I cannot do what I do, if I work in McDonald's, probably going to be fired the second day, if it's not the second. So we have been working with lawyers, and we have been helping people to avoid the things that, again, the Amber team is doing. So if you cannot afford somebody like us, if you cannot understand how the legal system works, the people who won is not the ones who are guilty, is the one who have a good prep and good lawyer. So be smart, go out there, check with your friends, check yourself. And sometimes to be deviating so much about who you are actually can go against you, because everybody can bring like, well, you always wear red lipstick. Why you're not wearing red lipstick now? So that can go against you. So be careful. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't have any medical degree. I don't play any of those on TV. I just have 33 years of experience go through people trying to portray someone they are not, and hire people because they're cheaper, because they have better marketing, but they don't know what they're doing. So be really careful, because they're too different between hire the wrong doctor and the wrong lawyer and the wrong consulting. Doctors get you 6 feet under, lawyers get you 6 feet inside. So be careful. What is going to happen? I don't know. I cannot wait for her to testify, because they're going to need to work really, really hard in order to put her on his level, because socially wise and his lawyers, they won. Elba?
Yes, I agree with you. And I have a question here, because you have been working with lawyers and trials and things. I just can see the judge, not the jurors. Why can happen? Why this happen?
If you see the O.J. Simpson and all the other cases, and I work in a couple of really famous cases, and I wasn't on the TV either, and the photograph. Actually, I was wearing big wigs and on the back. You can see the judge, you can see the lawyers, but the jurors are not put on the TV for because they don't want people to attack them on the supermarket. This juror is not captive, meaning that they're not put in on a hotel without TV, without control, without internet, anything that can diminish or exacerbate or change the opinion they have. So the reason they are not put in on the media is so people cannot recognize them publicly on the street. They cannot threat them. You can see when you go into the court live, you can see there are people doing t-shirts, and pardon my French, kill the bitch, let's get rid of the bitch, save Johnny Depp, kill Johnny Depp, poop on this. So you have so many followers and so many people taking this personal, that when you have such a public case, the kind of public personas that can go inside the court is limited. In this case, I was aware that, and kind of scary, that how many public people that were allowed to get in court, instead to put a monitor outside so they cannot see the jurors. But jurors need to be preserved all the time, because remember, if I know who you are, I know where you live, I know who are your people, I can give a letter to your kids in the kindergarten, and that's the only thing I'm going to say, because I work in cases we have those problems, and then we need to sequester. It's called sequestered. It's like you kidnap the jurors, actually not for being bad, it's to protect them and not to have any external influences. Actually, it happened with the Scott Peterson, that we find out that one of the people, and that's the reason he was allowed to have another case. So you don't expose the jurors in order to make sure that nobody can modify their opinion. In this case, I think one of the biggest mistakes is allow public to be inside the courtroom, because this is too heated. So you're going to have all these group of females saying like, oh, violence happened to women, we need to defend Amber. And you're going to have other people says like, Johnny Depp never did anything. Again, against and favor, nothing to do with that. I think the domestic violence happened in both. This, like Johnny Depp says, this is complicated as really case. The truth, I don't think is gonna get out on this case, but exposing the jurors is really danger. Exposing the publics, you can have jurors who can be punished by people who are followers and their groupies after that. I don't think the court has handled this in the right way. I'm part of any of the cases, I would inhabilitate the public to be exposed. That's the reason you're never going to see the jurors on the camera.
Thank you. Because here in Guatemala, we don't have jurors. It's just the judge. When I saw the case, I was like, it's the same here. So that's why I had it out. But thank you.
Nope. And actually, it's a really low. Whoever on any of the sides of the cases would ask the judge to not allow public to preserve the jurors and explain the jurors what they need to be preserved, I think they will win like 40% of the case already.
Yeah.
Because when it says, I care about you more about my case and more about the public exposure, how you feel. You're a mom with 2 small kids and a husband and a life, and you know your life is going to continue after that. If as a lawyer says, hey, thank you for being here. You don't choose to be here. We just happened that you were selected. I'm going to ask for a motion. Judge, I want a motion to not to have public people, to have public on the courtroom, because I want to preserve the safety of the jurors, their family, and nobody have retaliation. The other lawyer is not going to say no, because it's going to look like an asshole. And you as a juror, like, oh my God, you care more about my safety.
Yes.
That's the reason you need to hire profilers when you go into a trial. Anyway, my love, anything else?
No, thank you.
It was the last.
Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened, because I want to see her testify.
So, and we would really, really love for you to tell us regarding, again, this is a pre-recorded, so you can rewind and accelerate. Go to the part when we show the different lawyers. I know they look like laughing, they're doing, but in the left side of the screen, you're going to see going all over the place. On the right side of the screen, you're going to see them calm. Tell me what you feel, because you don't need to be a profiler to feel things, because at one point you can be a juror, you can be selected, and you need to learn to follow your guts. My love, like always, congratulations. These last 2 months for you has been like killing it. Trained by military, Israeli military intelligence and statement analysis. You has been trained by the person who brings a statement analysis to the United States, not the person who says they invented, the one who really bring it here in 1987. You just relaunched our company in Latin America. You are killing it. And with companies that we haven't been able to pick up the phone on United States, you already have them on the roster in Latin America. I'm jealous of you.
Yes.
And because I have the 4 fingers here, you don't know if you have a bird. Love, I would see you in a few minutes, but for the public, I see you next week. Bye, guys. See you next Wednesday.
Everyone.